Hello everyone, this is Nursky Himmy guys for MLG TV with game number 2 of this series. Game number 1, definitely a little bit lopsided in the favor of our first opponent, the Red Terran of FXO, and he is going to be Moonan. His opponent for this matchup spawning as the Blue Zerg on the map of his choice, of course. Loser of game 1 will be looking to try and tie this series back up and take it into a game 3. He, of course, is going to be Team Evil Genius's Machine. This is going to be on the map MLG Shakir's Plateau. Do have the low ground supply depot over here just outside of the main to prevent the players from walling off down there. Ladder version of the map, so you don't have that back door that used to be such a big problem on this map. So we do see that Moonan, though, is going to be going for the wall off on the high ground, so not going to be trying to go for some kind of a very greedy expansion play. Just going to be playing a little bit safe off of one base initially in this game. Do see Machine sending out his first Overlord, going to be scouting the close air positions to see if he can find his opponent there. Undoubtedly will probably put up an expansion first once again, and then go for the old scout to check out what Moonan is up to once his Overlord sees that he's not in close air positions. But we see actually Moonan is going to be putting a barracks down on the low ground, so expecting him to actually just going to go 3 racks probably at the beginning of this game, wall off the front here, and probably try and apply some pressure to Machine. So I take back what I said about that high ground supply depot. We do have Moonan actually setting up to go for a bit of an early I guess I would say a bit of a rush, since you do end up with 2 racks into a 3rd racks before the Zerg player can actually counter. So going to be opening 2 racks, he'll get up a 3rd racks to wall this off, and then get an expansion command center on the way. So Machine is going to have to defend this once again. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better spotting here. We do see Machine tends to not actually send a second Overlord over there to spot for that second hatchery. Not necessarily the biggest mistake in the world. It does help to have your Overlord spotting elsewhere, so long as you can keep tabs on what is going on at that expansion hatchery. We did see in game number 1, Machine saw what was going on, just maybe was trying to react to it a little bit greedily, didn't throw down that spine crawler that he needed next to that expansion, and just could not defend it without it, and ultimately ended up getting so far behind that it just snowballed into a loss for him in game 1. So undoubtedly going to be looking to get a much better start for this game 2. Do see him doing the big drone transfer now down to his natural. We'll scout for any kind of pressure coming from Moonan, and there's going to be a lot of pressure coming from Moonan once again. Pulling once again several SCVs along with these Marines. Looks like a 4 SCV pull that he's going to be doing along with these Marines to try and get down a bunker, and there goes the bunker started right away. Do see Machine reacting much more quickly this game, throwing down 2 spine crawlers absolutely immediately here. That bunker is still going up though right now. Is going to need some lings out shortly. 10 lings on the way. Ends up having to be forced to cancel one of those spine crawlers, but is producing more. So we do see that bunker now about 75% complete, but now here comes those initial 10 lings. Going to be starting to wage battle against these Marines and SCVs. Bunker about 80%, about another 10 seconds away from completing. Will Machine actually be able to finish this bunker up before it goes down? No, bunker will actually go down, but only 1 Marine actually in the bunker. Could pull these lings back, yes will, to try and cut off any reinforcing Marines. Will manage to get some damage done on one of them. Does already have the spine crawler complete though, because he did throw that spine crawler down right away. Should be able to just put that in a very good position to remove this bunker, and then we'll be good from there. Now going to actually be moving forward with the lings he built. Now just going to run by the bunker, but now here we go. That spine crawler going to be doing a lot of damage. Will eventually take down this bunker, and then Moonan's rush will be thwarted. If we look at the income tab, much better position this game already. 18 harvesters to the 14 of Moonan. Going to easily pick off these last couple of Marines before they can actually retreat. Marines are going to do their best to get as many kills as possible, using those minerals very well, but still is going to end up losing those Marines. Just too many lings for Machine there. And now Machine can start droning up, getting his queens underway, has his gas coming as well, and Moonan actually going to be once again pushing out with this extra set of 5 Marines. Not really sure what his motivation is to do that. I mean, I know you sometimes do want to keep continuously applying pressure to your opponent, but 5 Marines for a Zerg player, not all that scary, especially when you already have this many lings out roaming about the map. And it actually looks like Machine's going to get into the base of Moonan here. Forgot to put up that 3rd barracks before he actually went for that expansion. That is going to allow Machine into the base of Moonan. He's going to get a couple of kills on some of these Marines. He's going to be able to harass a little bit, get a good scout on everything that Moonan is up to. We'll see that Moonan's essentially done nothing but those 2 barracks so far to poke at a couple of these SCVs, but they should be able to actually clean up this ling in pretty short order. A little bit of a hold position mistake there, but now he does actually clean those units up. A couple of Marines spotting around the map now for Moonan. Machine did leave a couple of lings around the map to spot as well. Overlord in a very good position to spot now. And then finally that third barracks now going up, completing the wall in at the front of his base. Really needed that barracks a little bit sooner. Might have even gotten a little bit greedy. They're throwing down that expansion before he actually did get that expansion barracks up, especially once with those couple of Marines. He did send them forward quite early. We do see two lings going to be trying to chase down this Marine. Now should actually be able to catch up to it. Moonan, even if he takes control of it, is going to probably lose this one Marine. Will eventually just get poked to death by those lings. Down goes the Marine. Now we see Machine in a very good position in this game. Number 2, 35 harvesters to 21 of Moonan. Did a little bit of damage, slowed Moonan down just a little bit. Their ling speed on the way now. Probably going to be going to the lair in the not too distant future, even adding on a second spine crawler there just for safety's sake in case Moonan does do a push out with his handful of Marines. Those 2 spine crawlers will definitely take care of them up until Moonan can actually get stim. Machine going to get a scout there. Does have a pretty good eye on everything that's going on Moon's base. Very good position with his overlords. Factory now on the way for Moonan. Going to be getting a tech lab on that immediately. Second factory going down as well. So it does look like Moonan is going to be going for a bit of a mech build this game. Be interesting to see if he's going to go for the blue flame Hellions that we've seen rampant in this game, or if he will just go directly to siege tanks. I'd imagine Hellions could be the order of the day, and yes, that fancy new Blue Flame Hellion graphics just got everybody on Blue Flame Hellion crack, because here they come. Once again, going to be going with those Blue Flame Hellion builds, Will Moonan. And going to be going very heavy on the Blue Flame Hellions of that, off of 2 factories. Have seen the link speed, has not complete. Moonan's actually going to lose all of these Marines in the middle of the map here. Once again, being a little bit too careless with those Marines, and we'll end up losing them all. They got 1 knock on Moonan. He's done everything beautifully, minus maybe just the fact that he gets a little careless with those Marine scouts. Gets those little tiny groups of Marines, and tiny groups of Marines are exactly what lings want to see because they can take it out quite easily. We do see now though that Machine does have the Spire going down over here in the back of his natural. Does have up 2 spine crawlers at the front of his base, along with an additional queen. Now starting to spread his creep. Ling speed is down, has started the +1 melee upgrade. Those Blue Flame Hellions will be coming shortly though for Moonan. Already does have 4 of them out. Has not started a starport just yet. Is getting an engineering bay though. That would be good for upgrades on your ground units. I think he's just going to be using it. Well, actually he's going to go for upgrades on ground units. So going to be going for basically a Marine Blue Flame Hellion follow-up push here to that initial damage that he did do. So not building any Marines just yet, but is going to be sending these initial 4 Blue Flame Hellions towards the base of Machine to try and do some damage. I do prefer when players actually do things like drop those Hellions and such forth, as it does seem to be a little bit more effective, but nonetheless, Blue Flame Hellions will be good, very good against just a Ling-based force that Machine has, but there is going to be a Spire along with Mutas on the way very soon here for Machine. Now Machine will get a good scout, will know what those Blue Flame Hellions have, where I can immediately be retreating his Ling forces back to his natural, where he does have a lot of Lings and 2 spine crawlers to help him deal with those Hellions and an additional queen. Very good creep spread for Machine. Has his creep all the way out the front of his base, but it's not going to deter Moonan at all. He's still going to try and go straight up Machine's ramp and see if he can get some damage done. Going to see if he can get into the main here, but now here comes the swarm of Lings, and these Hellions are going to just get absolutely surrounded and destroyed instantly. They did get some shots off on these Lings, but they will undoubtedly regenerate that before they're even needed once again. Now 7 Mutalists on the way here for Machine. Moonan with some Marines over here at the front of his base, just now starting the STEM research upgrade, which could actually play out big because Machine is about to have several Mutalists on the way. Moonan does not have any turrets up anywhere yet, does not have STEM researched yet either, and now we do see he is even trying to get a 3rd command center very quickly. Starport just now on the way, still producing, now switching over to Thor, so it looks like he's going to try and defend with a few Thors from the potential Mutalists of Machine. I'm not even sure Moonan actually really even knows these Mutas are coming already. Here comes the Mutalist. Now obviously with the Thors on the map, the Mutas aren't going to be quite as effective as they would be otherwise, but without any turrets anywhere on the map, these Mutas are still definitely going to be able to potentially do a little bit of damage. Are going to get there before Moonan can actually get up this first turret. Turret does now finally go up, and Machine is going to get at least a couple of SCV kills. Needs to be careful with these Mutalists. Does not want to get them too clumped up, or these Thors will do a lot of damage to these Mutas. Marines now coming to try and support, and it looks like Moonan's not going to be switching into just a normal tank Marine mixture with that Thor support, so just going with that initial bit of Hellions to try and maybe do a little bit of damage to Machine, and then going to back off and switch more to your basic Marine tank style of play. Is supply block though for the moment, so he's going to have to rectify that before he can expand some more. Machine definitely feeling very comfortable in this game number 2, already taking his 4th expansion, 3rd expansion with tons of drones on it. If we look at the income tab really quick, we can see Machine with a huge lead, 67 to the 46 harvesters of Moonan, +1 air weapons on the way for Machine. Do have the Terran vehicle plating level 1 along with the stim pack on the way. Also infantry weapons level 2 on the way, and going to be adding on some more barracks over here in his base. He's going to be powering off the 2 bases at least for a little while before he does go and plant down that expansion. Going with a lot of Thors actually, interestingly enough. So we'll be doing basically a Marine Thor push here. Once he probably ends up with stim. Will not have the combat shields though. That is going to make a bit of a difference here, as the Mutalisks and Lings will kill these Marines quite a bit faster, and it looks like he is going to be gearing up for a big push out here. Now Machine is prepared for this though. Does have a couple of Lings and Banelings already set up, even moving his spine crawlers to the midpoint of the map. Very good creep spread all the way over towards the center of the map. Now obviously Moonan will be able to take out these couple of creep tumors and push back the creep, but it will not be instantaneous, and Machine has a lot of forces already ready for this incoming attack. A bunch more Banelings about to be added. We'll get a couple of Overlord kills, but now Moonan's got to be careful because he does not want to lose all of these Marines and Thors to this Mutaling ball. And now here comes some extra Banelings going to be coming in. We'll clean up this entire force, and Moonan is not going to be in a very good position at all as his entire army gets destroyed by Machine, and Machine is looking pretty good right now. If we look at the units and workers killed tab, we see Machine with 10 worker kills to just a 2 of Moonan, 60 units killed to just a 58 of Moonan. And when you are dealing with way more cost cheap units as Machine, where it's more of a mass unit play for Zerg, being behind in units killed means you are getting your butt whooped in this game, number 2 and then some. So we do see right now that Machine has gotten up that 4th base, going to be starting to drone it up a little bit. Large force over here at the natural Machine. Moonan finally starting to take his 3rd base. I'm not really sure how Moonan's going to follow this up. Now just finally adding on a couple of tanks to go along with these Thors. Probably definitely could have used these tanks in that first initial attack. Also going to be lifting this for just a moment. Not entirely sure where he's going to be going with that. Does actually set it back down. Not going to be getting a reactor onto one of these barracks and trying to help him continually spend his money as he does take this 3rd, but Moonan is going to have to be careful because Machine right now getting very close to maxed out, and once Machine is maxed out, he will undoubtedly be going to start trying to pressure Moonan quite a bit. Adrenal glands on the way, do have the Greater Spire on the way as well, has gone to Hive Tech, even has gotten the Pathogen Glands upgrade, is getting the +2 melee attacks just about to finish up. And we do see that Greater Spire just about to morph in, has his Baneling speed, has everything he basically needs, even going to be going for the Evolved Ventress Axe to allow the Overlords to transport units. Could go for some Baneling drops here on Moonan, and those Adrenal Glands also going to make a huge difference, but also Broodlords undoubtedly going to be on the ways. We do see several Corruptors in production here for Machine. Probably going to be going with a Broodlord Mutaling Baneling army, and I'm not sure Moonan is actually going to even be ready for this. Burrow even on the way now as well. No Vikings in the Force of Moonan. No Ghosts either, so not really going to be prepared for this attack at all. Just basically trying to survive on Thors, tanks, and Marines. This is a very fast Greater Spire from Machine, so this is definitely not going to be what Moonan wanted to see. Machine just getting so far ahead right now. It is absolutely insane and ridiculous. So here we go. 5 Broodlords now getting morphed in. A couple of Corruptors it looks like he's going to keep just in case he does need to help defend his heir from Vikings. And the Corruptors definitely much better with dealing with Vikings just from a range standpoint. They deal with the Thors on the ground better, which does make them a little bit better defense for Broodlords. But a big push getting ready to gear up here by Machine. Is not going to want to let Moonan stay on his 3rd base for too long, or Moonan will start to catch back up in the supply count. Moonan gearing up to do a drop, and a drop over here in the back of the base of Machine is going to immediately take out one of the spine crawlers. But now here comes all of those mutas. Looks like they are going to try and focus on the medevac first. Nope, do not do that. Just going to go straight for the Marines. Will take them all out easily and clean up that medevac as well. Do have another drop on the way over here for Moonan to Machine's base, but Machine should have spotted that with that Overlord, so he should be able to react to this, but I'm not actually sure Machine noticed, as we do see Machine actually moving forward, trying to gear up to take out Moonan's 3rd, while meanwhile Moonan will be dropping over here at the 4th base of Machine. Machine does have a couple of spine crawlers and a single infestor there, so that definitely could help him deal with those Marines, and now going to be pushing forward with those Broodlords, easily going to be making these tanks push back. Will have to unsiege these tanks eventually if he does not want to take extra damage to his Marines, as the Broodlords do drop these Broodlings down. But no, actually not going to do that. And Marines taking a lot of damage from these siege tanks. Now here we go with the Mutas moving forward. Do have the Lings moving forward as well, and Moonan is in a terrible position here as his entire front being taken out. This drop still over here for Moonan, but hasn't even done anything with it. He's so busy at the front of his base trying to defend here. Even has lifted that orbital command at his 3rd, and here comes some more morphing units, and there's the GG going down by Moonan. Moonan is going to end up losing game number 2. Brilliant play by Machine. Held off that rush by Moonan much better. Put himself in a very good position, and then That slight Blue Flame Hellion into a Thor transition, just not enough for Moonan to actually get any more damage done. Maybe should have turtled up for a while. But Machine took advantage, got a very good base count, very good Harvester count, and just overwhelmed Moonan with way too much economy for Moonan to deal with. So we're going to be going on to a final and deciding game number 3, guys, and I will catch you guys at that cast for MLG TV. This is Nursky, guys. Peace easy.